Hi all, welcome to my new little vlog here. Right, I'm just finishing off now a beautiful silk waistcoat. I'm sure some of you have seen this. This is a double face silk, and usually this is put on dinner jackets, of the lapels of dinner jackets, but I decided to make a waistcoat out of it. It's caused a couple of little issues along the way, but it's fine. So because of this, the silk, I've had to hand stitch. This is all going to be hand stitched, what we call hand felled in trade. So I've just basted it all together all the way around. So this is going to have little tiny stitches, and it's going to be hand stitched. So I'm going to have a fit in with this now, so you can see. So this will be the finished front. So I'll just get the other front here, and you can see this is the inside. There's canvas underneath there, which you probably seen on my early videos, but this white cotton is a Demet, and I put that on top because I needed to. There would have been a discrepancy between when the fold of the silk went over, and it may have caused a ridge once it's pressed, and I didn't want that ridge, so I've put some Demet to actually even out where the actual ridge would be. So it's level now, it's flush, so there should be no ridge now, because potentially there could have been a ridge on the silk side there. If I press it, you might have been able to see a ridge when it's pressed, but it's fine now. So I've had to put some Demet on it to even it out. And that's what I've done there. So I've cross stitched it all across down as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now, because I'm hand stitching the whole of the lining in, you see, so I've got the lining here now. So I'm going to baste this in place here. I'm just going to go do a few things for you here. And you may have seen some of my other tutorials, videos I've put up. When you come to this waistcoat here, when you come to where the top button is going to be, the top button is going to be there, the bottom button is going to be there. You need to have ease inside on the facing, because otherwise this can be liable to pull. So you need ease where the top button to the bottom button. So I'll be putting a little bit of ease there. So I'm just going to quickly show you here. I don't want to bore you everyone, but some of you are probably fascinated by the real bespoke tailoring. 1 second. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to give you, I'll be putting lots of videos up about the bespoke world, because today I've got 4 orders for jackets, and so I've got a lot of work to do. And also I've got an order for to design and make a dress, a pure couture dress. So you're going to see what I do in both the bespoke world, tailoring world, and the pure couture world. So I'm going to give you glimpses into how I work and operate. So quite a fascinating insight into how I do things as a designer and a bespoke tailor. Anyway, don't want to digress too much. So where this top button is going to be there, and the bottom button, see, I'm going to just fold this over, because remember, usually you machine stitch that and fold it over and baste it in, but because of this kind of silk, I'm hand stitching everything in. So we've got what we call in trade, we're basting it in. Some people will call it tacking, we call it basting. So I'm just going to put that there, just inside, and just tap that down there. And then as I go down now, I'm just going to quickly press this over. It'll just be easier for me to press it first. 1 second. Get an iron on that. Just easier. Sometimes we'll naturally just fold it, but it's just easy for me to just use the iron on that. So what we're going to do now is, so as this goes down here, see, I'm going to put a bit of ease in. You can see, just not too much. You don't want to go mad, everyone. But the facing has got to have more tolerance inside. It's got to have more ease, so that will ensure the front will not be tight. Because if you put this facing in tight, it's going to pull the front tight. You cannot have that. So where the top button, bottom button, so I'm just going to baste this ease in. So as I go down, you can see, I'm just going to baste a little bit in there. I usually use my donkey, what we call the sleeve board. It's just easy, it raises up. And I always kind of work with this raised edge, this raised surface up. So you can see, let me just bring this camera out that you can see here. there. This is my old donkey. We call it a sleeve board, but I got it from a tailor. It's probably about 40 years old, and it's canvas. I've got to just resurface it a little bit later, but it's still all intact, so I'm not going to bother at the moment. Anyway, so as I go along with this facing, you can see, let me just bring this camera out a little bit there so you can see more of me and what I'm doing. See, I'm putting a little bit of ease. It's not tight. You have to put a little bit of ease in as you go along, down from the top button to the bottom button. Not too much. You've got to gauge it. You've got to judge it. So I'm just putting a little bit of ease in there. You can see what I'm doing. You can see there's a little bit of ease there. That's what we need. And because I'm hand stitching this whole front anyway, so it's fine. And there we have that. See, I'm coming down to the bottom button now. Just have a little bit more ease there, and that's it. And finish it there. And now I'll just go in there, and I'll just fold it over. You can see, and just put it in. So I'll just space this now all the way around. I don't want to bore everyone, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to do now. Okay. And there we have that. So see, you've got a bit of ease in there. That's what we need. So I'll see you soon as I'm finishing this waistcoat off. Ciao.